Alright everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup number 15. This is going to be between Cookies and AGameAnx. This is quarterfinals C, if I had to guess. Maybe D, probably C. And I'm excited for this one. AGameAnx playing Galzian again. You love to see it, you love to see it. Nah man, they pay me, you know, that's where I get the prize money from. Anyway, here's our input.txt. And yeah, like I said, AGame is going to be playing Galzian here. A blast from the past. This was, of course, the faction that he always played back in like the Artifact Cup, so it's kind of what I always associated with him. And Cookie's going to be playing Coalition again, which is also a bit of a faction switch up here. Of course, you know, he's been a Conf main, but this tournament been playing Coalition pretty much exclusively, I think. Tight end passage taken away for AGame. Kind of funny, actually. He often picks this map, but not going to want to play it this time, and College Teeth taken away for Cookies. Gonna grab Canyon Alt where we find ourselves now. And then it's gonna be KT and Firebase. Cookies grabs the Shallows, and AGame picks the Boneyard for our potential ace match. And I'd love to see it get there. I'd love to see it get there. But definitely Cookies has got some hills to climb if he wants to win this. AGame been kind of the guy to beat since the very beginning, so not that it's never been done, but not very often. Unless your name's Discara, then you're allowed to beat AGame. Because, you know, Discara pays for the premium package, yeah. So I allow him to fix his matches, but, you know, people like Cookies are just not allowed to. Looks like AGame moving out with the early PC here. He does have the Assault Chip Tech on the way as well. Base runner is retained for Cookies. Wait, I had an option to buy a win? Well, it's a pretty exclusive club. I don't even offer it to most people, you know? I don't even offer it to most people. Anyway, looks like the second base will be the target first. Soul Chip Tech is about to finish. Can you buy a vowel? No, vowels are not allowed. Oh no, not this again. Didn't we see a turret get put down here like in some other game that we watched recently? Yeah, you really want that turret up on this hill here, because this one, he has like no line of sight down there or over there. So, you know. not really the best turret placement, but either way, one Salvador dies for Cookies, AGame will feel happy with that. And more importantly, he's denying the 2-base mining. Gonna build a couple of Assault Chips too. Here's the AAVs, like we were talking about in that last series. Oh, but he cancels it for railguns. Oh, I've got the hiccups. To be fair to Cookies, this may look like it was maybe going to be a railgun push. But again, this probe should be here, right? You want to see what the... Oh my gosh, the hiccups. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so anyway, like I was saying. This is the AAV module. Wait, that's not true. The Assault Ship module, whatever. Oh my gosh, you want to keep the probe over here so you can see that. I'm dying. I'm dying. Okay, I'm gonna make it through this. Hey, probe's in the right spot now. Yeah, so he sees the carrier. Oh my gosh, and you can also just leave it there, by the way. You'd kind of like to see when the PC pops out and your probe getting murdered is kind of a good sign that the PC is done. Oh my gosh, this is actually ridiculous. Oh boy. Didn't I say before I cast that last series that I was gonna have the classic Bozo hiccups in just a moment? Yeah, as expected, here's ref mode for AGame. AGameAnx. And I'll bring this PC back and try and set up his 2-base. And this is usually what you want to do with the Assault Chip push. You want to set up your 2-base faster than your opponent. Ah, that's a good way to remember it. Honestly, that's actually a good way to remember it, because, you know, it's a little hard to remember which one is which. Okay, I haven't hiccuped in like 20 seconds. So maybe we're good. Oh my gosh, there's another one. I jinxed it, I shouldn't have said anything. Oh gosh. I'm just like actually dying over here. No! You guys came to watch the OK, but you're getting this instead. Anyway, I'm interested to see what A-Game will do next. Air is always an option in these scenarios. Or you can go for Siege. But probably before either of those, he'll get his 3-base set up, and yep, there's the PC queuing. I always like it when I talk about what I expect a player will do, like, right as he starts doing it. It makes me feel very, very in tune with the meta, you know? Yeah, I agree. Could be a little faster, but it will be nice to have these units for the defense. Would be good to tech Armor 1 here, though, because he's about to get attacked. Looks like Armor 1 not going to be taken here. But still, pretty nice trade against the LAVs there. It's just that he's losing health bar for it, so... If you're Cookies, you want to keep the push here. You don't want to back away, and the direction you need to go is this way, so that you can get the long angle, right? But Cookies is going to give A-Game a lot of breathing room here. He's going to back out over the bridge, and that'll just have A-Game setting up his 3-base for nothing, pretty much. AV Tech starting for him. For Cookies, that is. Obviously, can't be AV Tech on A-Game, just playing Galzian. But he does almost have Interceptor Fab done. So keep your eyes on that. Yeah, well, and that often happens when you're playing someone like A-Game. You're like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna die out here, and then you back away, and it turns out that was a window to exploit. You know, so that always feels kind of bad, but... But yeah, maybe could have denied some mining time, but I mean, either way, that was not gonna end the game straight up, you know? Just would be pretty nice to make that push. No, he's got Afterburner going. And that's true, actually, yeah, the probe can maybe give you some info for that. But either way, the probe right now really should be checking this air tech so that you can see it. Because that's obviously going to be pretty pertinent in just a moment. Salvager flying into space there, another one's going to die here. And probe doesn't seem like it really has any intention of checking out this air tech, so that's going to be unknown for Cookies. I was surprised these LAVs weren't shooting. I guess I was further away than I thought. Need to be careful with these assault chips, though. But the, oh my gosh, actually, this is turning out perfectly for A-Game. Because the assault chips fought the LAVs and the skims fought the rails. He just killed everything. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's not good. Now the skims can make kind of a run by too. There actually is still the base runner here. Looks like he's going to drop a turret, but this won't cover the second base. Skims are slowly deciding that they'd like to join in this party and start shooting. It's kind of funny to see. Here come the interceptors as well. Actually, I think maybe the turret is the target here. But it looks like he's going to go for the SC instead. Ah, the skims just get mauled by that turret. I think maybe if you kill the turret and then dump the rest of the missiles on the SC, the skims can clean the support cruiser up and, you know, stay alive. They don't have to die on the run out there. But either way, this feels pretty darn good for A-Game, who is going to take out a support cruiser already. And Bomber Fab just finished, so this is not going to get better before it gets worse. But right now the fight is over here. Cookie still wants to try and secure his third base if he can. Probably not the call, by the way. I mean, if you bring your carrier back here and then have the support cruiser go over there, you're going to be getting more money. But, I mean, he could mine here if he can build some salvagers. But right now, he really needs to worry about getting anti-air set up. I would actually, at the moment, pull these two guys off the RUs and have them mine CUs over here, because I don't think he needs RUs right now. Yeah, this air threat is going to get worse, like I said. We got one bomber almost finished. Probably going to be more on the way. There is a missile battery out, but just one, so this is not very much anti-air at all. A CAA may be an option, but it's not really one that you want to get in this sort of scenario. Interceptors, though, take a very bad angle. They actually just get shot at by the carrier for nothing there. There's base runners here, too, so the interceptors are going to have to fly out, and most of them will need to dock there, I think. Haven't seen that bomber launch just yet. Looks like he'll just kind of smite this logistics module. Might as well. Might as well. And he gets the turret. But an anti-air turret post getting set up for Cookies here. That'll give him a little bit more anti-air. Thing is, these assault chips are ready to make the push now, so you can see the idea of taking out that turret. Yeah, the SAE turret, as soon as it gets deployed, it's going to get taken out. The Salvager's taking fire here, but Cookies gets a good smoke on them. Very nice, but you need to start running now. And this main base is going to be relinquished for a long time. The carrier is not even close to here, so it's going to take forever to get into position to help defend this. All the Salvagers went down, by the way. Ooh. That's expensive as heck. And A-Game going full wing with the ballers. You love to see it. It's going to get armor 3 first, but I think definitely ammo capacity is probably a call that you can make here. Well, they're really good against ground, but you're right, they don't seem to do crap against air in vanilla. I think, although I might be wrong, but I think that in Jaraci their like field of fire was increased to make them a little bit less dumb. The bombers are starting to circle. Yeah, but I mean, you know, if you just micro them, that can't be a bad thing. Anyway, yeah, Bombers is gonna do what Bombers do best. Kills off the railgun there. And now the whole base is just sort of open for business, but in a bad way. Probably good to kill off this one railgun if you can. It looks like instead he wants to just kind of drive through and take out the economy, which is justifiable as well. Just gonna test these guys to take care of that. Yeah, well, it would take a long time with bombers. It would happen eventually. And there's the game. The typical air slaughter happening once again. But kind of a fun game overall. Let's jump into game 2. This is on Kartoba. Again, A-Game actually banned Tight End Passage, which is interesting, but he's gonna pick this map. And I wonder if he'll go for something aggressive here, but we'll see. This is a good map for rushes, but it's also a good map for just straight up macro play if you're good at that. Abusing the kind of two, you know, flank angles. A map that I think the better players really got a good advantage on. Yeah. An idle salve. Well, Cookies catches that pretty quick. Let me see, the next map was going to be Firebase, or Firebass as he's written in the info.txt naturally. But Cookies has Shallows for game 4, and I wonder if he's got something special cooked up for that. He'll need to get there, mind you, but it's not unheard of to take a game off of A-Game. Oh yeah, that is going to be what this is. I feel the same way, A-Game. I mean, we used to do this in vanilla, and then it just kind of felt like, you don't do that in Jaraci, and then Majir started doing it, and it worked. So you love to see it. Sometimes just need someone to try something for people to realize that it works. Yeah, no, I think that Majir actually wouldn't have built either of these two selves, but it's still pretty similar. Same concept, just jump in here and start chopping with the skims before any tech comes out. He's actually gonna kill a salvager already. Or did I say skims? I meant salves. He's gonna kill 2 now. Oh gosh. Ooh. Yeah, 2 salvagers for like, I think he lost 2 skims for this. That's really, really good. Dang, really? That's ridiculous. I gotta try this sometime, you know? I gotta try this. Again, wants to jump in and kill off this one last salvager, by the way, but he can't quite get it. These 2 guys were too low to participate, it seems, so... He's gonna get away with that, but still, he loses a lot of salves. He's only got 4 left now. Yeah, actually, maybe we will. Is that the next one on the list? It is. Ooh. Alright. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Yeah, we'll cast that after this series. And then maybe I should finally upload some of these things to YouTube. I'm building up a huge backlog again for some dumb reason. Anyway, ref mode for A-Game. He wants to just back off of this and get his eco set up. And obviously, Cookies doesn't have any money, so he's not got any tech going either, but... Someday, someday. For now, I think actually he wants to just be building salvagers and actually putting them on CUs, and he can get the RUs later. In fact, he does... Oh, he's almost at the RU count for AAV Feb, so maybe he could just have him mine RUs for like a second and then go drop it off. But... Gonna need to go for a water break after this game. Or after this match. Yeah, Discover's been saying that for a while, but he really proves it, you know? Scar is kind of terrifyingly good at what he does. This is still like 8 Sandskimmers, by the way. I mean, definitely there's still potential to actually kill off some of these workers here. It's gonna come up here for just that purpose. LAVs are in position though, and that plus the carrier PD probably should be enough to keep him safe. It's gonna go for the carrier block too, you'll love to see it. Obviously Gaussian units, for some reason, can't shoot if they're like next to the carrier, so he's managing to mitigate a lot of the potential damage from the skims here. Still trades pretty well though, does A-Game. Although he loses 1 more right on the run out. Denies a bit of mining time too, that's always kind of nice. And Cookie's gonna be spared for now, but it's gonna be 3 base here for A-Game. He's got it almost set up here. And, yeah, I hate to. Huh? What's a funny expression for this? I hate to douse your Oreo, but but yes, this is not a good situation because if your opponent is on 3 base and you're on 2, you know, you never feel so good about that. Gonna be railgun fed for A-Game. Hate to douse your Oreo. I'm gonna start saying that now. Yeah, you know, good point, good point. If you never see it, maybe it can't actually hurt you. This LAV is gonna try and ruin that that line of reasoning by checking things out, though. Actually, A-Game even upgrading his skims here. He already had rating, but now he's getting armor 1. But yeah, that should let him chase down this LAV without too much hassle. But for the moment, looks like actually what he wants to do is attack this second base once again. Besides, he can't really do too much there, though, and he's gonna back out. LAV gets smitten. And if you check just the number of units out on the field here, this is definitely a fight that on paper A-Game should win by every metric. He's got rating, his opponent doesn't have boost. He has armor 1, his opponent doesn't. He's even teching honor guards, so... this would be a really tough strikecraft battle to win for Cookies. And he's got the burden of expanding here. He's still behind on bases, so, you know... Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good, that's all I can say. Ah, he has more support cruisers. Actually, I think that all of these LAVs are a mistake. I mean, imagine how many SCs you could have built for this much money. To be honest with you. The enemy is teaching AVs. You have no tech. Oh, is there? Oh my gosh. I didn't notice that until just now. You shouldn't have said anything. Maybe you could have gotten away with it. Probably a logistics module ought to be deployed as well at this point. Yes, he is in fact pop blocked. But again, Skims with rating, gonna be a little dangerous to be out here in the midfield. He doesn't have assault pack, so there's no jumping away. But right now, doing a good job with his kiting here, so he's not gonna lose this LAV blob. Smoke actually used on the salvagers really early there, just to make sure. There's the logistics module. Module logistique. Yeah, I mean, that probably makes sense. Like, you can't do it with LAVs, right? Because, you know, they'll just all die. I mean, we see LAVs kill honor guards every now and then, but I figure that never happens unless the Gaussian player makes a big mistake there. Looks like one's actually built, by the way, so it'll be a little tough here. For the moment, though, A-Game is right. His opponent actually wins the fight in the field with these two AVs, but here comes the honor guard, and I think that really changes the calculus, so... Yeah, I actually really think that bombers can do a good job against HCC, and other than that, you know, Saban BCs, but otherwise, it's a little tough to find what you want to fight against them with. There's a lot of units like that in Jaraci, you know, they just feel generally good. They're not easy to get to, but once you do, they're very, very good units. I agree, AVs with the smoke, probably gonna be helpful to get up on top of that thing. Bombers do a good job against everything, yeah, pretty much. Except for other air units, I guess, you know, seeing as they can't hit them at all, but still. They're really good at killing eco, they're really good at killing railguns. They're really good at killing cruisers. I guess they're not so good against strikecraft, but other than that... hard to see what else you want. It's gonna be AC fed for cookies. Little dangerous. I mean, assault cruisers don't really have the tankiness to escape the, don't really have the tankiness to escape from the honor guards for too long, not to mention there are railguns out already. Good versus strike, well, let's say inconsistent, but sometimes they do really do a bang-up job on them, but... Yeah, but it feels very inconsistent. Maybe I'll change my mind if I see people using them really well. By the way, great flank for cookies, but it looks like A-Game has snuffed it out here. He's going to send a couple of assault rails over there to take care of it. Dart maneuver being used, you love to see it. Going to keep himself safe from those LAVs. And the honor guard manages to take its first shot in. Only kills one, but does quite a lot of damage there. And here the AVs are reaching the base. There's actually a missile ship here too, just in case cookies had gone air. A-Game is cheating by scouting, yeah, you can't scout, come on. But yeah, these two AVs are going to be repulsed, and it looks like A-Game gonna go for one of his extractions as well here. Railgun armor 3 teching, that feels pretty good, and skim armor 2 is probably not long after. Yeah, A-Game made patch, oh my gosh, he must be hacking. He probably just put in like a little hook that, you know, if you're playing as AGameAnx, all of your units are like 10% cheaper, but it won't show up on the replay. Ah, Honor Guard gets a really nice hit right there. He used the patch to upload stupid into his brain. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, ACs are gonna pop right now, and it feels like they're a little bit late. Kind of the fight's already been decided. I mean, A-Game is up on the third base here, and he's actually pushing on that flank too. Oh no. Assault railguns, not the first thing you'd think of to fight assault cruisers, but actually they do a pretty good job at it. We might get to see that demonstrated here in a moment. Skim's actually not really in the best position here, as they're trying to fight the ACs, you know, like kind of on their own here. I mean, I guess the Honor Guard was contributing. You like the pew pew? Yeah, I mean, frankly, that's as good a reason as I think you need. Heal gonna be used here, just get these guys topped up. You love to see it. You know, in general, I still really think that ACs are good units. It's just, I don't think they're gonna do well against this comp. Again, this is a lot of assault railguns, and the Honor Guard is out. And A-Game's saying they're pretty weak in general too, so I mean, hey, for what it's worth. Carrier's starting to take some fire here. And assault railguns will kill a carrier too. Again, it's not going to be very fast, but he's going to power up the armor, which is good. You need to, you know, try and get your carrier a little bit, you know, less dead if you can. I like the carrier rotate too. You should actually drive it out though. Get it on top of all of these railguns here. AC's going to pop now. You want to attack Missile Barrage right away. See if you can hit these things. Looks like he's going to use Overcharge instead just to try and output more DPS, but I think that, or like with the main weapon, but I think that the attack Missile Barrage probably was going to be better here. Still, like I was saying, you don't really think of Assault Rails as an answer to ACs, but they can clearly do the job. They can clearly do the job. And we're just going to say that that Missile Barrage killed the carrier, yeah, just like Joke Patch, dang, man. But Cookie's going to GG out here, and that will bring the series to 2-0. A-game leading, of course. And we'll jump into game 3 now, see if Cookies can turn things around. Like I said, he probably has something fun planned on Shallows. We saw him do that against Phoenix Yo, for example. Was that in the group stage of this tournament? I think it was. You know, Joke Patch, Anomaly DOK. You know what I mean. Here we are. Base runner to get a retire here. And he's putting 2 on RUs, so I think he's gonna try something different. LAV Fab has already started, so that tells me it's gotta be like an AV rush. I don't exactly know the build for this though, so it's not easy for me to say if he's doing this right. Probably at some point you have to drop one off and bring him back to CUs. Yeah, he's gonna do that here. Yeah, I mean, this looks fine to me. We'll see if it's the optimal thing. Hey, look at that! Okay, yeah, Cookie says the build down perfectly, actually. Wow, very good, very good. That was LAV Tech starting right at the beginning of the game, and then he started AV Tech right when LAV Tech finished, so he's got this perfectly set here. AC Rush? Man, he used to do that on Shallows, the Vanilla Shallows. In Vanilla as well. Fun times, man, fun times. I was a big proponent of that build. Scanner gonna get deployed here for A-game. That's gonna make his ref mode very, very safe. He knows exactly what's going on. And maybe he'll even see AV Tech, but I think that this scanner should be dead before that. But either way, 2 LAVs out here, you know, 5 salvagers, nobody long distance mining. A-game might be able to figure it out already. We'll see though. Not gonna play this too greedy. He does have his Sandscumber Fab finished. Well, it's you arrive just at time to come up behind like a dune and then tack Missile Barrage onto the eco and kill all the salvagers. And the PC too if you're lucky. And your opponent just can't even stop you at all. It's brutal, man. I'll have to show you one of these days. Doesn't work in any reasonable patch, mind you, but in vanilla I think it was actually pretty strong. Well, AVs are on the way here. We'll see what AGameAnx is going to be. Looks like a Soul Chip's going to be the response, which should do just fine. I can't exactly tell what these LAVs are hitting. I was like looking at all the health bars, but none of them are going down. Anyway, Skin's gonna get the jump on them here. Base runner heal helps as well. Yeah, for real though, man. I'm not saying Shallows Alt is the best map either, but I did not like the original Vanilla Shallows. It's just a very, very campy map. What a waste. I think he got like 1 skin back for that, but losing 3 LAVs does feel pretty rough. AV is here though, so A-Game's gonna have to relinquish the base for a moment, but note that Cookie's of course not on 2 base doing this rush here, so it's gonna be probably still in A-Game's favor as long as he can uproot his opponent without too much of a delay. It's always really nice in this scenario to be able to get your armor 1 defenses, but see if he's able to do it. Would be good at this point, I think, to bring back the CU miner to go mine RUs over here. Just because you're probably not going to be able to mine on this base, and that'll allow you to get the defenses up a little faster. What animal made shallow Zult? I did, man. Oh, I see. Bozo cow, yeah. I should have seen that one coming. Here, you're doing a bit of walloping here. But nobody's sending these skims. I mean, I think this is pretty intelligent. They won't do much in the backside. So instead, he goes out here and brings them to his opponent's side of the map to see if he can try and do some disruption with these skims, make them useful in some way. Not sure if AGame means to be mining RUs over here, but we'll see. He is pretty low on RUs, to be fair. And yeah, these skins are gonna find their target alright. A couple of salvagers here trying to mine. They didn't realize they don't own the mineral rights to this patch. So down he goes. That feels really good for AGame. Got the money for Armored Unit Defenses 1 now as well, he's gonna go for that. Yeah, can't they see he's unarmed? Gosh. That's just freaking heinous, man. But you can see both players been pretty good about not losing units, but that definitely favors AGame here, right? Like, you gotta make something happen as the AV Russian player, so... It's a bit unfortunate. I'd like to see Cookies trying something new, but I think that AGame is managing to defend pretty darn well here. Carrier block would be nice if you just kind of rotate it and kick this guy out, but... He's definitely winning this fight over here on the run up to the high ground. Even with the AVs being faster and having smoke, it's just not very easy to fight when you're, you know, like 3 versus 5 and they've got the upgrade lead on you. I think they do anyway. Oh no, it looks like Cookie's actually got armor 1 as well. But now AGame will dislodge the rest of the AVs here. And just like that, he's probably going to be looking to get up onto 3 base now. Sitting pretty, I would say. Going to be railgun fab for Cookies. Anticipating the counterattack here. What, you don't like the units lost tab? But look at the resources tabs that we can make fun of you guys for floating. No, actually, I have to say, AGame has been spending very, very well this game so far. Can you make Conf base runners able to cancel the BD? Oh. But it doesn't refund the charge? That's pretty funny. SC get a finish here for Cookies. I'll bring him up onto 2 base. But yeah, as expected, AGame has that PC almost finished now. Carrier dubstep going on here. Yep, there's the PC. And he's gonna try to extract too. Not really much that Cookies can do about it. Look, we're both on 2 base. I'm ahead. Railgun tech is finished, so he's gonna build one here. That's coming in very timely. It's going to allow these AVs to fight the assault ships a lot better. Getting that Sunder on, of course. See, AGame kind of would like to make the poke here, but he knows it's not the best idea, so he's just going to sit tight there for now. There's the extract. And 3rd base fully saturated for AGame now. Cookies will get up there eventually too. It's gonna take some time. Right now, building a base runner actually even. He doesn't have an inventory though, so I don't really know what this is for. Like if he wants to be setting turrets down, he would have to have gotten inventory already. Missile battery fab gonna come out, so maybe this is just for the probe, honestly, to try and scout the carrier, see if there's air tech coming. And in that case, this thing will be there in 30 seconds, so you can cancel missile battery fab. Well, you thought, that's the first mistake you made. Anyway, I do like this. The probe will come out here, see that there's no air tech, and you can cancel missile battery fab. You know what they say, you know, trying is the first step toward failure, so never try. Yeah, carrier scene here. There is no air tech, so Cookie's gonna cancel this battery fab. And building another railgun here to try and make him a little bit more resilient to push. Problem is, eventually we'll actually have siege cruisers coming out, and that'll make things a little bit dicey. Speaking of dicey, this probe gonna try and get out of dodge, but it's getting shot at by this space runner. Oh, just straight up dies to it. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. Yeah, you know, it feels very uncomfortable. He's just totally surrounded. And, like, look at these 3 assault ships here, just kind of watching the third base, like, make sure he's not on it, right? It's very, very tight play by AGame here. Remember, Cookies did the build right, too. I mean, he actually had the AV tech, like, as fast as possible, so... It's pretty tightly done. This game state looks overwhelmingly good for AGame. In fact, even with the railguns here, I wonder if AGame could just make the push. I think it's what he's going to try to do. He is pushing over on the second base also. We'll try to keep this all in frame here. Base runner heel going to get popped. The assault ships are hitting the railguns. That's exactly what AGame wants. These guys here are actually not contributing to the fight though, so that's pretty awkward. SC is going to fall over on that side. Extraction is denied, just barely. But it looks like these assault ships have bigger fish to fry now. They're going to head over to the carrier position. That's the last base that Cookies has got. Turret attempted here, but it is going to be denied. I noticed how these guys don't waste any more time shooting the base runner. It's not really the concern, it's just the turret that it can deploy, so... It'll die to splash damage, maybe, you know? Yeah, look, there it goes. well, it's worth showing, isn't it? It's like a 3 times disadvantage here. There's the GG, and AGame is going to take the series 3-0. And like I said, not really too much of a surprise there, but still, Cookies, I think, fought back pretty well. That was a very, very well optimized assault ship rush there. Or, sorry, AAV rush. I have to keep saying that because, like, I don't even know how to do it, you know? And Cookies is, like, faction swapping from ConF, so... You love to see it. You love to see it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. AGame will move up onto the semifinals where he will face me, and we'll catch you in the next one.